Hey everyone, and welcome to Tales We Shouldn't Tell, your weekly dose of digital campfire stories that are guaranteed to give you the shivers. So grab your blankets, dim the lights, and let's get uncomfortable. The Yellow Raincoat. The courts called it a tragic accident, a confluence of unfortunate events, a rain-slicked road, a blind corner, and a child's impulsive decision to chase a runaway ball. For Thomas, it was a moment of his life split into two distinct parts, before and after. Before, there was a lukewarm coffee, deadlines, and the mundane hum of life lived on autopilot. After, there was only the silence, a hollowed out cavern in his chest where his soul used to be. And the memory, seared onto the back of his eyelids, of a small yellow raincoat disappearing under the front of his car.
I'm going to interrupt early and say, what a solid opener.
Mate, I've already read this.
In like a couple of sentences.
I've already read this, and I feel like I don't know where this is going yet. Like, what? I've read this.
That makes sense with your memory, though.
Correct.
Who are you?
What are we talking about? He was cleared of any wrongdoing. He hadn't been speeding. He wasn't on his phone. He had stayed. He had called for help, his own screams mingling with the rising siren's wail. But absolution from the law felt like a mockery when sleep offered none. He sold his car and moved to a new apartment on the other side of the city. A sterile, white-walled box he had hoped that was far enough away. For a few weeks, the silence was just silence. He started a new job, drank his lukewarm coffee, and pretended the after was a nightmare from which he had finally awoken. The first time he heard it, he dismissed it as a neighbour's child. A faint, rhythmic thump, 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 like a small rubber ball being bounced listlessly in the hallway. It was annoying, but normal. He put on his headphones and drowned it out with a podcast. A week later, he came home from work to find his mail scattered on the floor just inside his front door. In the centre of the mess of envelopes and takeaway menus sat a small red ball. It was worn and slightly deflated, the kind you might find abandoned in the park. He felt a cold prickle on his neck. He must have kicked it in without noticing, that was all. He picked it up with 2 fingers, a strange revulsion crawling up his arm, and dropped it into the communal bin at the end of the hall. The sounds became more frequent, the bouncing of the ball, sometimes slow and patient, sometimes frantic and fast. He started hearing other things too. The faint, almost inaudible whisper of a child's giggle, seeming to come from just behind his shoulder when the flat was at its quietest. He would spin around, his heart hammering, to find only empty air.
I would move out.
Bro, I wouldn't even be there long enough to listen to the second load of bouncing of a ball.
Yeah. I think the bouncing of the ball, I'd be like, could be
yeah, but
like
to find a ball on the floor in your house when you get in.
That is at the point where I'd be like, maybe I should board up this door and move.
100. I'm gonna board up my post box.
I live in my car now.
I'm so game to do that. If I was to experience, mate, I thought I was hearing the other day in one of my videos, like one of my latest videos, I thought I was hearing someone coming up my stairs, and I paused. I'm not joking. I mean, these guys remember it was like 3 times, maybe 4 times in this entire video, and I
think I remember that.
Mate, there is someone in my house.
You.
It was me.
Yeah.
But I was not.
I was going up the stairs at the time.
No, but then, mate, after I finished recording, mate, I went downstairs. I searched everywhere. I did not see. Mate, there was nothing even slightly out of place.
Nah.
Mate, I was just like, it was probably just noise from outside, but when you can hear certain noises in your house and it's so obvious where it is and what it is because it makes a specific noise. Like my stairs are just wood.
Oh yeah, you know the sound of your own stairs.
100%. That's what I was hearing. Anyway, back to the story. He was becoming undone. He stopped sleeping, his eyes wide in the dark, listening. Every creak of the building, every distant siren was her, the little girl. He didn't even know her name. He had made a point of not knowing. To know her name would only make her real, and he couldn't bear that. The breaking point arrived on a Tuesday. He had been working from home, staring at a spreadsheet until the numbers blurred into a meaningless dance. He got up to make a coffee, his bare feet cold on the wooden floor. In the hallway, lying flat on the floor, was a piece of paper, a child's drawing, rendered in waxy bright crayon. It depicted 2 figures. One was a tall, messy stick man with wide, scared eyes. The other was a small shape, wearing a bright yellow triangle. A raincoat. The tall stick man was holding hands with the small one. Beneath the drawing, in clumsy backwards letters, were 3 words. I forgive you. Thomas fell to his knees. A sob, raw and ragged, tore from his throat. Forgiveness was worse than hatred. Hatred he could understand. This was a torment he couldn't comprehend. He didn't want forgiveness from a crayon drawing. He wanted to go back to before. That night, a storm broke over the city, the same kind of torrential, blinding rain from that night. The power in his apartment flickered and died, plunging him into darkness. He sat frozen on his sofa, listening to the rain lash against his windows. Thump, thump, thump. The sound of the bouncing ball. It wasn't in the hallway this time. It was inside, with him. It came from the direction of his bedroom, slow, deliberate. Thump, thump, thump. It was getting closer. He could hear the soft squeaking of the wet trainers on his wooden floor. He squeezed his eyes shut. "Go away," he whispered, his voice trembling. "Please, just go away." A flash of lightning illuminated the room, and for a split second, he saw her. She was standing at the entrance to the living room, small and drenched, water pouring around her little red boots. She wore the yellow raincoat, the hood pulled up, shadowing her face in darkness. She wasn't holding the ball. Her hands were empty. The lightning faded, returning him to the suffocating dark. The sound of dripping water was now impossibly close. He could smell it. The scent of a wet pavement and rain-soaked earth. Right here in his sterile 7th floor apartment. A small quiet voice, no longer a giggle or a whisper, spoke directly in front of him.
"I can't find my ball."
Thomas didn't scream. The sound was trapped behind a wall of ice in his chest. He could feel the cold radiating from her, a damp, grave-like chill that soaked into his bones. "I'm sorry," he stammered. I threw it away." The little girl was silent for a long moment. Then,
"Oh,
the word was heavy with a simple, crushing sadness.
but I need it. We can't go to the park without it."
Another flash of lightning. She had taken a step closer. He could see her face now, pale, with large, dark eyes that held no anger, no malice, only a profound and eternal confusion.
I'm telling you right now, I am, after I've wet myself, I am just, this is a you sentence, I am just like kicking,
Mate,
straight through the window.
Like, I know he's already taken her from the world. Like,
Can't end her twice.
Can't end her twice, but God, I would try.
I'd try so hard.
Mate, because at this point, like, I'm never going to get in trouble for this. If I haven't already, then I'm not going to.
I think at this point I'm saying, I'm sorry for two things. And then the ghost says...
One of them is...
What two things? What I did to you and what I'm about to do to you.
Yeah, quite literally, mate. I'm
Look
like,
for your ball down there,
pick
mate.
a window, mate. You are leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and find your ball yourself.
"Will you help me find it?"
She asked, her voice clear and untroubled. Thomas finally understood. She wasn't here to haunt him. She didn't want revenge. She was just a little girl, stuck in her last moments of her life, forever trying to receive her lost toy. And he, the man who had ripped her from the world, was the only person in her reality. "Yes," Thomas heard himself say, the word a puff of white fog in the cold air. "I'll help you." He felt a tiny cold hand slip into his own. Her grip was surprisingly strong.
"We have to look everywhere,
She said, her voice filled with a child's unwavering purpose.
forever and ever, until we find it."
The lights never came back on for Thomas. His world was now the dim, storm-lit apartment, the smell of rain, and the constant phantom weight of a small, cold hand in his. He spends his days and nights searching, opening cupboards and checking under the furniture, forever looking for a little red ball he threw away. He is no longer in the after. He is trapped in the accident himself, a ghost in his own life, tethered to another. And the little girl in the yellow raincoat never, ever lets go of his hand. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Mate. I mean, that's kind of like, it's obviously not a great ending for him, because obviously he was trying to get back to the before, kind of stuck in the after, and now he's like in purgatory, kind of like in the in-between.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible, because I guess he's kind of like paying back his mistake, which obviously it wasn't his fault. However, something like that you never come back from anyway, you know what I mean? So if he's able to just maybe go on the rest of his days helping her out and all that, then fair. But mate, you know what? I read that before, kind of forgot it when I first started, but then as we went through it, I was like, no, I actually remember this. It's kind of like a bit of like a weirdly nice story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It has like creepy moments, but like they're just like little blips.
Yeah, it's like that thump, thump, thump. Like all I can see in that is like I'm sat in the chair, and from like the dark hallway, because obviously his electric has gone out at this point. From the dark hallway, you can just like you notice things that are getting like audibly louder. You know what I mean?
I tell you now, this is the dead honest truth. If my all my lighting cut out and I heard the thump and I knew what it was, I'm gone.
Oh, not even a question.
I'm not
mate.
letting her walk all the way to me.
No.
I'd be like, I threw your ball away. It's probably at like the trash heaps.
Mate, I'll be like, I'll give you the address for it. Just go and get it.
Go have a look, mate.
Yeah. Or do you know what? I'll
have
even
fun.
take you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to help you find it though.
I'll drive you, right? Mm-hmm. But
Actually,
I'm dropping
I'll
you
drive
off.
you halfway, so you don't think there's any expectations of me coming in.
No, I'll drive all the way there.
Fair.
I'll wave you off,
Yep.
and then I'm gone. Out of your life forever.
Hopefully.
Just like the ball. But I think there was a point in the story which I kind of got like the ending, not in its like entirety, but like an idea. And it was when he said yes, and then she grabbed him by the hand before she even said like forever and ever or whatever like that. It's that kind of like widely recognized symbol of like walking someone off into like the afterlife and stuff like that.
I know exactly.
Really gave me
I can
that
see
kind
it,
of
like you know when it just kind of fades into white.
Yeah.
No,
And so from that I was
see
like, okay, cool. I think I know how this is going to end. But like that's like one sentence from the end. I figured out the next sentence effectively.
Yeah, mate. No, do you know what? Really enjoyed it.
So good.
Thank you so much for listening, guys, and we really hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did.
Yeah, 100%. And unlike the little creepy girl in the yellow raincoat, we would like to hear from you. So if you have a story that you think would be perfect for this podcast/show or whatever this mess is, reach out to him on Instagram and we'll see if we can make it happen.
And as always, if you like the video, do me a favor, like the video. What else do they need to do?
Make a cup of tea, hot chocolate before bed. Oh, subscribe.
That one.
That's on me.
And we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.